right, cool. All right, Shannon, today you wanted to talk about doing short, quick videos. It's something you need to add to your business to help get a little bit more texture. A couple things that short videos are really good for. Number one, you can get information out quick. Number two, it's your face in your pie hole they see, which means they connect the information with you. So instead of just posting something with stats, it's like, here's Shannon talking about the stats. And of course, you're building your own brand and building connection and me. So like, hey, I'm Russ Lagan. And here's market stats. So now they're associating me with it. So I can mail stuff to people, which is great, but it doesn't have that same push to say, hey, how do I attach Russ to this? Russ saying these words makes it Russ's info, and Russ is the expert. Not he sent me somebody else's expert info. This is Russ, expert, telling me other people's expert info. Okay, so you can associate with other people's info by doing that. Okay, so there's a recipe for doing a good short video. Okay, one of the things you got to make sure you're doing, number one, right out of the gate, is you got to have an intro. Okay, a good intro, super simple. Depending on what it is, I'll give you mine. Okay, all righty. So when I'm doing real estate market update, if I'm gonna do a quick short one, it's like I start off. It's like, hey there, I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude, and today I'm going to talk about. Okay, so I do that every single time. Okay, so if I'm going to do a local color market update type of thing, so I'll do a video on local market. If you haven't seen my white paper on that, it's really simple. I'll show that to you. Tell you different places you can do local stuff to start connecting. Like, did you see John Cheplack on stage at EXPCon this year? And he said the thing.
I didn't get to go, unfortunately. I hated it.
So he said, so I'm like, oh God, somebody finally saying what I've been saying for years. He said there was a company that did that was doing a bunch of stuff, and they were doing a bunch of promotions, and they just weren't getting any traction with it. And then they kind of did a study of who their people are, and they realized 63% of the people that are in their system have dogs. So what they started doing is they started doing short videos that included dogs, and their business grew by 500% in 1 year.
Wow.
500, right? Because they're connecting something. He's like, these numbers are astronomical. And that's not the only company. And he cited 3 or 4 other examples of them finding that commonality and started incorporating that in their stuff, right? So for you, military related stuff, that kind of stuff, you can start incorporating that in, right? Or you could be the dog park guy, or you could be whatever it is that connects to your people, or do a variety of different things. So you could do some food stuff. You could do some interesting stuff. Hey, by the way, here's 5 places you can take kids that are really cool. Let me show you this one. Boom. Okay, so when you're doing that, you can bump right into making sure your intro is clean and then jump right into what you're going to talk about. So here's a great intro. Hi, I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. Today I'm at Yellow Dog Restaurant. If you guys haven't seen this place, it is amazing. Okay, there's my start. Okay, so now I can do that. So I'm Russ, the real estate dude, which is kind of what like Russ really, yeah, but I don't want to be Russ the EXP nerd trying to EXP all over you. That's not going to connect them. I don't want to brand that so other people can grab that, use that, and ship it around. It's not a sales pitch. It's just a connection. I'm Russ the real estate guy, so they're seeing the real estate dude, and if they want more, they'll come and grab it. So I'm going to throw a flag up, and the people that grab that flag are going to come to me. Okay, so intro needs to be hi, so hi, hello, whatever, or like, what's up? This is Russ. Find your thing, right? So you're going to say your hello, right?
Name. What's up? That's pretty cool.
Name, whatever you do, right? It's like there are people, just be careful. Be careful of being the dude in the vest with a tie. Because literally I have to freaking wear this to the freaking beach because everybody recognizes you. Russ the guy. I could walk through the room wearing a t-shirt and a hat and everybody's like, no clue who hey, who's the new guy? As soon as I throw this vest on, you could put a bag over my head and they're like, that's Russ, right?
I love it.
So hello, name, and then something that is real estate, right? You can do whatever. You can do real estate dude, real estate guy, real estate expert, real estate consultant, whatever you want. It's just me, blah, blah, blah. Keep it unbranded because then people are more likely to run it, see it. It's not a sales pitch, okay? This is just to get people to connect to you. Okay, so short videos, super powerful to connect to people and have them see you, feel you, get a feel for who you are. And a lot of these little intro videos, a lot of these little videos are really great at becoming local expert and doing interesting things, right? So now people say, well, Russ, I want to build my business, but I don't want to blah, blah, blah. So we'll do interesting things, right? So if you're a hiker, here's 5 different hiking trails. Like I'm going to do, over the next 5 weeks, I'm going to do 5 different hiking trails. I'm going to show you where to get to them and show you some of the highlights of the hiking trail. And you could just literally pop on there. Hey, this is Russ. I am at Alafaya River State Park. You got to check this place out. So here's my video for Alafaya State Park, right? Perfect example. Hi, I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. I am at Alafaya River State Park. You're going to check this out. I am on a mountain bike and a rock and roll. If you guys haven't been to this place, you want a challenge, this is a great place to go. It's got some ups and downs. It's got some roots. It's got some rocks. It's got some places you're going to face plant. It makes it a ton of fun. So if you haven't been to Alafaya River State Park, you got to make sure you show up, get there early, parking fills up, but make sure you bring plenty of water, make sure you bring bug spray, and make sure you show up and get ready to sweat and get hot and heavy, because this is a crazy place to ride a mountain bike. I love this place. I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. See you at Alafaya sometime.
Awesome.
Okay, there's Alafaya River State Park. Simple, quick, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so you've got your intro. I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude, and I'm at, what are you going to talk about today? What are we talking about today? Okay, and then the third part is end. You're like, gee, Russ, it's kind of a simple recipe. First, you take the chicken, throw it in the pot, salt, pepper, boom, pull it out, eat it, stuff it in your face. Okay, it's a simpler recipe, the better. Okay, so here's where people get messed up. The what part. Okay, so in that what part, you're going to want 1, 2, or 3 bullets. And that's it. Okay. Got to keep it short and sweet and moving. These short videos, 30 or 40 seconds, super, super smooth, super, super easy, right? Okay. So here's the thing. See, do you see the bottom there? There's like 10 videos back to back to back to back to back.
Yes.
That's me muffing up the same thing 10 times. Listen, I'm really freaking good at this. And I still muff that thing up there. Okay, so here's a couple of tricks. Okay, so first thing first, if you're doing nothing else, don't get crazy with it. Just use your cell phone, right? Okay, use your cell phone, forward-facing camera. If you have an iPhone, you can use the side buttons to start and stop video, by the way. Makes it way easier to keep video. And then you can do a quick edit, just the end and end. Keep it simple. So I'm going to follow the recipe. So worst case scenario, here's the deal. People don't realize I do this a lot, okay? Sometimes you will see little tiny words written up in the corner here. So if I'm working on my board, I'm going to do a short video on my board. I will turn around and my notes are up in the corner written really tiny. Nobody else can see it except me. I'm standing right here. Boom. I've got my 3 bullet points up there, right? Okay, so I'm going to do my intro. I'm going to have my 3 bullet points. And here's what I do. I have my bullet points written down, right? This is for the whole 40-minute or so session we just did live. Okay, I've got my bullet points written down. I set them right on my computer. I can look at them. You don't even know I'm looking at them. Okay. The other thing too is here's the way this works too. Okay. So here's a wall. Okay. Here's the wall. Here's me. Okay. Here's my camera. Right. And I'm looking this direction. And on the wall, I'm going to put my words, right? I'm gonna put my words on the wall behind me. So I can stand right here. I can have my notes directly behind me. I'm looking at my wall behind me. Does it look like I'm looking at you still? I'm actually looking at the wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've got something posted directly behind the camera. If it's posted directly behind the camera, it makes it look like I'm looking at you. It looks like I'm looking straight at the camera, but I'm not. Okay. The other thing is super important. You want to look directly at the camera. So here's the difference. Okay. I'm going to get up closer so you can tell. Okay. So here's me talking to you, looking at you and me, right? Here's me looking at the camera. When I'm looking directly at the camera, it looks like I'm looking at you and talking to you versus doing this. Okay. See, I'm looking at you right now, talking to you. I can back up and still do that, but it looks like I'm talking to you and looking at you. The closer I get, you see the difference? I'm looking at you now when I'm talking to you versus looking straight at the camera and talking to you. So I can still see you in my periphery, but I got to look straight at the camera. Most people, when they're doing video with their cell phone, they don't look straight at the camera. They're looking at themselves.
Right.
Look straight at the camera. The level of engagement is huge, right? You know, people say eye contact is important, right? Eye contact is important. There's an exchange of energy in eye contact. I don't know what I can't explain it, but they can scientifically prove there's a connection made when you eye contact with somebody. Completely different. So always look straight at the camera when you're talking to people. It's just the greatest thing in the world. It ups the level of engagement a ton, instead of like, you ever have that person, they're talking to you and they're like this, and you're just talking to you and they're saying stuff to you. Okay, fine, cool, good. But when you're doing this stuff, look straight at the camera. Camera first, okay? So make sure, yeah, so number 4, look at camera. Okay, so you just got to build your recipe. Hello, my name is, I'm the real estate dude. Here's what I'm going to talk about real quick today. By the way, boom, 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 3 points. Hey, by the way, I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. See you in the next video. Okay, now here's some production simple stuff. Okay, if I don't have this stuff nailed down, I'm going to write it down, put my 3 bullets so you hit them quick, right? And then you got to have your end. So I'm going to put that in a range downhill so I can see it. So I'm looking at the camera, but I can see it in the background. It makes it look like I'm looking straight at it, but I still got my note on the wall. So I hit my 3 points. Just write them in big letters, right? Set that way you, so my points were, there's a really cool place to ride a bike and there's some really cool, scary stuff in it. And by the way, don't forget to bring plenty of water. And by the way, you're going to face plant somewhere and it's awesome. Okay.
Right.
There's my 3 points. So cool trails, cool, exciting trails, bring water, and you're going to face plant. Boom. Those are the 3 things. I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. I'll see you next week. And you stop and pause. So here's an editing thing. Okay. Let me check my time real quick. All right. I got 4 minutes. All right. So here's my editing thing. Okay. I start off every video like this, or if I'm holding my camera, I start it off like this and I hold it like click. So I'm going to say click, pause for half a second, not much more than that, just half second. And you're smiling beforehand. Smile. Go say 1, 2, 3, smile. Hi there, I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. And today I'm going to talk about riding a mountain bike at Alafia River State Park. You're going to check this out. This place is really cool. 2 things that are important. These trails are gnarly awesome. It's got something for every level. Number 2, make sure you bring plenty of water because you're going to get dehydrated fast being out here. And the third thing is be ready to face plant. There's some places that'll scare the crap out of you, but you can always walk your bike. I'm Russ Lagan, the real estate dude. If you haven't been to Alafia State Park, you got to go there. I'll see you in the next one. And then I pause for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. The reason being is when I'm editing the video, I can just literally take that end and I see myself, when I see my finger go like this, I see my finger go like that, clip, done. Now I've got an end-to-end video. I don't have to do any freaking editing. I can pop that on my phone in 30 seconds. I can literally drop it.
There's a lot of people that think you have to have, you have to be dressed up and you have to have the right background and you have to, a lot of people think that, and you have to have the, what do you call it? You pay to have somebody
the outro and
outro and yeah.
Listen, do super simple, sloppy, low tech first. And if you want to get a little more fancy with it, fine. But the fancier the worse, actually, because a lot of people just like, it's overproduced. You're trying to sell something, right? So I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just simply saying for most people, just keep it simple first. Get this going, get that rock and rolling. If you want to do like a 1 second, 2 second Russ Lagan real estate dude slide and then end with that, great. But the cool part is when you start, I'm going to start off, I'm going to smile first. Because a lot of people like hit the button, they're like, right? Okay, so watch this. Ready to go? Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. Live. Hi, I'm Russell, real estate dude, and I'm talking to Shannon Pyatt today about shooting short videos. So number 1, we talked about having a good intro. Then we're talking, hey, hello, my name is. And then we talked about having 3 points in a bullet point scenario. And you put that behind the camera so you can actually look at it when you're talking to people. And then number 4 is look at the camera, right? Have a good closing, look at the camera. You want to look straight into the camera, adds engagement. So I'm Russell Lagan, the real estate dude. There's my short video. I'm doing short video. See you next time.
Perfect.
Now that one, I don't even have to edit that, right? So here's a video. Okay, so ready? Hey, Shannon Pyatt. Hi, I'm Russell, real estate dude, and I'm talking to Shannon Pyatt today about shooting short videos. So number 1, we talked about having a good intro. Then we're talking, hey, hello, my name is. And then we talked about having 3 points in a bullet point scenario. And you put that behind the camera so you can actually look at it when you're talking to people. And then number 4 is look at the camera, right? Have a good closing, look at the camera. You want to look straight into the camera, adds engagement. So I'm Russell Lagan, real estate dude. There's my short video. I'm doing short video. See you next time.
Boom.
So that one, I don't even have to edit. Okay. But I
That's
always
awesome. And where are you putting them? All over social media and stuff?
Yeah, so that I can drop straight on social media. Usually if you're under 2 or 3 minutes, easy to drop on video. If you're going to send it by text, it needs to be less than 30 seconds to send by text typically. And then you just kind of follow that recipe, play around with it. Just do 1 or 2 and then ship whatever you got, right? You do not have to make it perfect. There's times when I'm like, hey, I'm Russell, real estate dude. And it's like, that was easy for me to say. Let me start over on that. Today I'm going to talk about you're going to find those ways to just kind of roll through it and just roll with it. And sometimes those little hiccups are actually better because it makes you human. People want to do business with you. Okay. So you've got an intro, you've got your, what do you need to say, right? Add 1 or 2, you can do 1 or 2 bullets too. Okay. 3 maximum, keep them moving. You got to bump up a little bit, right? So you see when I'm talking to you on video, I'm bumped up about 5 to 10% more than if you and I are talking live. Because across video, it comes across really flat. So if I just talk to you like I'm normally talking to you, you and I are just hanging out talking. It's a So I bump up just that little bit, put that little bit of an extra edge on there, and people are like, oh, that guy's exciting. that guy's passionate. It comes across normal when you bump up that little bit. So I'm in video a ton. So it's kind of the normal way I communicate. Okay. And then just have a super clean ending and make sure you're looking at the camera. Boom. And then you can clip that thing. Okay. So if I'm shooting video from a distance and I'm a little bit further back and I set my camera up, I'll hit the start button. Okay. And then I go like this. Count to 3 when my hand's coming up. 1, 2, 3. Hi, I'm Russell Hagen, a real estate dude. And today I'm going to be talking to you about and blah, 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 blah. I'm Russell, real estate dude. See you next time. Or and then I pause for 3 seconds. That way I can clip. So as soon as my hand goes down, I know 1, 2, 3. And I always do that when I start. Hands come apart, mouth opens up, boom. I know. So I back up a half second before that, clip, done every single time. It literally saves 1,000 amounts. It saves a ton of pressure because you can clip the thing super easy. iPhone is a great tool to use that on. Okay.
That's awesome.
So there you go.
Love it.
Short video. I've got to jump live on another thing with another team. So short video. Shannon, thanks for chatting.